Salt and pepper, birds and bees, soap and water, baby got to do the two.
This recipe is a vegetable and grain stuffed bell pepper. It's healthy and a perfect way to do the two. To start off, I have 2 pots of water boiling, one for your rice and one for your bell pepper. Now let's talk about the ingredients. This recipe calls for 3 bell peppers, 1/4 cup of carrots, 1/4 cup of broccoli florets, a cup of rice, 2 tablespoons of green onion, 2 teaspoons of olive oil, and salt and pepper for seasoning, and a cup of low sodium chicken stock. We want to begin by first fabricating the bell pepper. You take a medium to large bell pepper, and I like to slice it for this recipe vertically. On a smooth, non-slip surface, you want to chop down your bell pepper vertically, like this. And at this point, you're going to remove the core and the seeds of the bell pepper. And what you want to do is make sure you remove all of the seeds out, but most of the core. It's okay if you have a little bit left in. Now what we're going to do is blanch these off. Blanching is a cooking process that you par cook your peppers. You don't want to cook them completely because they're going to be cooked again when you put them in the oven. So make sure they're completely submerged under water. We're going to let this boil for like 5 minutes. Now when we get our rice started, we're going to take a cup of rice to 2 cups of water, which is the standard ratio for rice to water. You put the top back on and allow the water to come back up to a boil. Once it comes back up to a boil, you lower your heat on your rice and allow it to simmer for about 20 to 30 minutes for brown rice. While we have our peppers and our rice going, we're going to start working on our other vegetables. I'm going to start by adding olive oil to a hot skillet. And you want to add just enough to coat the bottom of the pan. For this recipe, we're using olive oil instead of butter because olive oil is a heart-healthy option. The first thing we're going to put in the pan is our carrots. We're putting carrots in first because they're a harder and firmer vegetable and they take much longer to cook than the others. We're going to let these go for like a minute or 2. And you want to keep it moving around. Now we don't want our vegetables to brown, so we're going to go ahead and add our broccoli florets and our green onion at the same time. And we're going to let this go just until lightly moistened. Now that we have our vegetables complete, we're going to combine the stuffing mixture. We're going to add our rice to our vegetables and not the other way around. We're doing this to control the ratio of vegetable to rice. I like a lot more vegetables than rice, so I'm just going to add a little bit of rice. And now we mix this together and make sure it's consistently mixed in. And you want to make sure you have enough color from the other vegetables cutting through the brown rice. When cooking, the visual presentation is always important. Now we're about to shock our green peppers. This is to stop the cooking process immediately. Some people like to run it under the tap. Don't do that. I will put it in an ice bath to immediately stop the cooking. This also helps to maintain the bright green color of the peppers. Now we're going to take our nice chilled peppers out of the ice bath. You're going to fill it with your warm stuffing. And you want to be liberal with this. It's called stuffing for a reason. Now we have 1 stuffed pepper. We're going to repeat this process for as many peppers that you have. Now we're going to put our peppers in an oven-safe pan. I have here a low sodium chicken broth. We're going to add just enough to cover the bottom of the pepper to about 1/4 to 1/2 an inch. Now is a good time to adjust your seasonings to your preference. I'm going to add just a little bit of salt and pepper. We're going to cover our oven-safe pan and we're going to pop it in a 350-degree oven for about 10 to 15 minutes just to heat the pepper throughout. Okay, it's been about 15 minutes and our peppers should be ready. Wow, our peppers can cook perfectly. Now what we're going to do, we're going to plate it up. Here I have a plate already dressed with some tomato sauce. And you can feel free to put whatever sauce you like with this. The tomato sauce is there to just add a little extra flavor if you want it, and it's also there to make your presentation pop. I'm Devin Cowan with the Louisiana Culinary Institute, and that's how you do the two.